Woohoo! Okay. We are back. Right. I don't really know where we should go. Who have we met that's even still alive? Chie dies. The old lady dies. A random old lady dies. Chie dies. Kikuko dies. Tsuyu dies. I guess we just go down the list. Start with the jetty. Damn. This isn't gonna work. There are too many people around here. Should try somewhere else. I mean, I'm shipping all the main... I'm pretty sure it's probably the ruins, the bay, or the coast, but we'll check everywhere. Being thorough. There are just as many people around here. It's too risky. She's sneaking. This really is too risky too. I'm running out of options. No sense risking it. Let me try elsewhere. This area seems pretty empty. Time to take a look around while I have the chance. Okay. Let's take a look around. Maybe I can find the shadow with the mirror. Is it bad that I'm also kind of looking for birds as well? I don't see any. No creepy shadows here. Give me a sec. I'm gonna try inverting the controls and see if I find it easier to... Oh, that's just the underwater controls. I can't change the, Okay, I can't specifically change the hand mirror controls. That... I don't know, I feel like if there's a control for the underwater diving, there should be one for the mirror. Okay. I'm leaning in really close because I can't, like... Give it almost after. Let's just relax. Okay, I don't think there's anything here. Nobody around here either. Let me look around. Coming out here to the ruins alone feels so strange now. Hmm. Hmm. God, I'm experiencing pareidolia every single time I look at something. I'm like, oh, is that a face? Is that a face? Is that a face? No, none of them are faces, Dan. Fun fact, pareidolia is when you see a face shape in something that doesn't have a face shape in it. It's just an illusion. Your brain's making a pattern to try and recognize something that is not there. I don't think there's anything here either. But I can still go back to the Tory. Maybe I can find something here. Didn't Sue say she was beating user and Azami here later? I should look around quickly before anyone shows up. The rocks. Ocean. I see him. What the? It's there. I saw it. as I thought. I can't see anything directly, but it was right there, right by those rocks. Which means the assassin should be nearby. Huh? Who's that? Damn it, they took off. Wait! Shit. Bro! Damn it. I lost them. Well, someone as out of shape as me never had a chance to catch up. But it was a guy who we haven't seen before. I don't even really know if they went this way. This is hopeless. Oh, damn, I'm completely out of breath. I didn't think this far ahead. What did I think I was going to do if I actually found someone? Anyway, running around in the dark isn't going to get me anywhere. But I did see that shadow again, along with someone suspicious nearby. Taking off like that the second I saw them was just about the most obviously suspicious thing they could have done. That pretty much confirms that there is an assassin using a curse to attack people on the island. Just like the phone caller said. But even if that's the case, is there anything I could do to stop it? I mean, I'm not exactly built to fight. I'm pretty sure I'd lose to just about anyone. I can't do this alone. I have to find someone to help me. But who can I even ask at a time like this? Wait, hang on. Wasn't Tsuyu supposed to be meeting Yuzo and the zombie down by the bay? Oh, please no! I've got to get back to warn her now. I can't breathe. So out of shape. It's what you get for sitting in front of the TV all day. Barely. No. Tsuyu, wake up. Was I too late? No, this can't be happening. Wait, what about Yuzo and Azami? Weren't they supposed to meet her here? Their footprints. Maybe they went to get help already. Tsuyu. No, this is the same woman's mind, and it's hopeless. She should have died in an instant. There's nothing anyone can do. I'm so sorry. I'll come back though. I'll make sure you're properly laid to rest. Poor Granny. After that, Sato returned to the island city center, which had turned into a living nightmare. Countless others had already fallen victim to the curse. Bloodied bodies lay scattered across the ground. People fled in a panic, screaming, confused. Some turned on others, shouting wild accusations. Others broke down, wailing in helpless hysteria. Many clung to the lifeless loved ones, crying in despair. In the midst of the chaos, not a single person paid Sato any mind. Sato Shiranami wandered through the devastation, overcome with guilt. If she'd only done more, maybe this tragedy could have been prevented. Shit. If I had just listened. If I had just done what the damn phone caller had told me, none of this would have happened. This is all my fault. She's gone. It's her, it's Kikuko. It's all because I dared to hope. Hope that I could keep on living. She's gone. This is all wrong. I was never supposed to be here. This is all wrong. My headphones just made a sound. I'm gonna quickly plug them in case they're dying. My phone is fully charged anyway. I'm gonna plug my headphones in until my phone starts dying. This body, my life. Maybe it is better if it just ends. surrender to the assassin. Right now. If that stops any more people from getting hurt. There's a pool of fresh blood. Someone must have collapsed here, too. Fucking Jesus Christ. Piece of shit. Scared the fuck out of me. Why are you so close to me? I have to find the assassin. I need to tell them I'll surrender before any more lives are lost. Ah, Mr. Wakamura, where did you... Sato, where's Tsukasa? Tell me where Tsukasa Awa is right now. Huh? Tsukasa? Why Tsukasa? I can't believe I missed it. I figured Unkaku Dono had a couple of secret kids stashed somewhere. But Tsukasa Awa? She was the one all along. You lot have been keeping a secret from the start. What? What are you talking about? Oh, so the old guy is her dad? But it's not her, though. We've seen who it is. I think it's Kikuko. Or who it... I mean, it looked like a guy with brown hair and a t-shirt. She was wearing a white singlet. That goddamn assassin's gotta be working for Unkaku Dono. And it has to be her. Where is she? I gotta get my hands on her and put an end to this mess. Stop wasting time and talk. Probably at the bay? I think she's down by the southern bay. The bay? Got it. That was close. I've got to find Tsukasa before he does and warn her. If she really is hiding, I bet she'll be up the Kantakisho ruins. No time to waste. Yeah, I think he's wrong. He's jumping to conclusions. Someone's here. Oh, is it actually her? Oh, I know, because she was there when... Oh, she was there when... Thing died. What the hell? Gah! Sato! Sato, use a gist. Both of you need to get out of here. It's dangerous. It's dangerous here. Hurry. But what about Yusa? There's no time. Just go. Shit. The Tragedy of Kamishima. The lighthouse. Damn it. What the hell's going on? The fuck happened to you, user? How could you just die like that? Out of nowhere. You managed to live through the disaster 5 years ago. Just to die like this. And still, the whole island turned on you. Blamed your mom for everything. They rejected you even when you said you wanted to become an diver. What the hell did you ever do to deserve that? But you never once complained. You just kept going like it was nothing. You did everything right. Someone like you deserved much better. You deserve to be happy, damn it. I would have done anything to make that happen. I hate this game. I was not told there would be tragic yaoi. Doomed yaoi. And yet I couldn't do a damn thing. I'm sorry. I'm so damn sorry, user. This shouldn't have been the way for you to go. How could the gods think this was fair? How? So, I'm trying to think it over. What was the trick? What's the trigger? Would the trigger just be looking behind you? No, it can't be, because it can't be just looking behind you reflect in a mirror reflection, because one, not everyone had that was looking. I think it's turning around. But then user didn't turn around when he was killed. Right? He was already facing the other two. Maybe it's when you realize something. Because, right? When it killed Suyu, she was kind of dozing off. Or, like, was kind of distracted. And then she realized that Azami and Yuza were walking up to her. So that's her trigger. Oh, but then the curse would go off instantly, though. Like, the instant you realize something, the curse would go off. There was time. Like, she had time to react. To look around and stuff first, so I don't think that's it either. Hey, Tsukasa. Sorry, I know this is a terrible time. But there's something important I need to tell you. Yeah, go ahead. If only. Try to stay calm and listen, okay? Huh? I spoke to Mr. Wakamura earlier. Apparently this Unkakudono person might actually be your father. Huh? Wait, what? Wait, are you serious? You're saying my pa Yamashina is Unkakudono? That is, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the old guy is her dad. That's what he said. Not sure if it's true or not. But Mr. Wakamura already made up his mind. He's convinced that that makes you the assassin. If he finds you, who knows what he'll do? Huh? That's crazy talk. Me, an assassin? Come on, that makes no sense. I know. I don't believe it either. That's why we need to find the real assassin as soon as possible. Yeah, but easier said than done. Compared to how shaken Azami is, Tsukasa seems rather calm given the situation. She's probably wondering why I'm staying so composed right now, too. Where's Bro? Is Bro over here? Bro's going through it. I should leave him be for now. Poor boy. Sato, Tsuyu's gone, and so is Yuza. Yeah, I never thought it would come to this. I'm scared. What are we supposed to do now? I didn't manage to find out any more about the curse of the raging waves. But right now we have to find the assassin. Earlier, down by the bay, I saw the curse shadow again, as well as someone running away. Wait, the shadow! Huh? Sorry, I need to check something curse-related real quick. The curse? Oh, right. Earlier Huh? What is it? Are you trying to remember something? I know. I can check with the hand mirror to make sure the shadow isn't nearby. Yes, girlfriend, looking cute. Ah, damn it, what was it? I can't remember. Oh, don't scare me like that. Tsukasa, what's the matter? I guess the shock has made me forget. Right before it happened, you used to realize something important, but I'm blanking on it now. Huh? Something important? Yeah, Yusa said he figured out the condition the curse needed to affect someone. I swear he said something about people being marked by something, but I really can't remember. Oh, the feather, right? But then Yusa wasn't there for that, so he wouldn't know it. So it's got to be some sort of something else. He was just about to say who the culprit was, too. And then, well, that happened to him. Kikuko. Oh, her birthmark is her signature. Does she give someone a birthmark similar to hers and I just missed it? Well, no, but she looked like she's dead, but her body's gone. Well, that marked? I can't remember. Just thinking about it moment makes me sick. Oh no, it's Tsukasa, it's okay. Don't force yourself to remember. I won't, but still, I do remember one thing he said. He thought that the curse should only target women from the island, but now that he was targeted. Oh, hold on a second. I think I see what he was getting at. Sato, did you figure something out? Could it be that the curse is using this as a marker? Oh, fuck. Okay. This is the point where I think I get kicked out of her path because we're supposed to know something by now. I'm just gonna say scar? Birthmark. I'm gonna try birthmark. Huh? Birthmark? That doesn't sound right. Yeah, you're right. That doesn't make sense. At first we thought it was able to target armor divers, but that wouldn't make sense for you, would it? You're saying the mark must have been this. Hither? Nope. Mermaid. Oh, it's gonna give me a hint. How about those, you know, me, Yuza, and the other women were all given one? The mirrors. Never mind. The game gave me pity points. Here, you seem stupid. Let me give you a hint. It's the fucking hand mirror. A hand mirror? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So, yeah, it is Kikuko. I'm guessing the trigger is using something you were given by the person. Oh, yes, it's probably the little rune on the mirror. Scratch that out, you might be fine. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's got to be the Kamishimaru hand mirror. Oh, so you'd already figured it out. Yusa took that mirror out of his pocket right before it happened. He lifted it up about to his neck and then his head was chopped off. And when I was attacked, I had the hand mirror in my jacket pocket too. That's gotta be it. Didn't they say the hand mirrors were handed out to everyone on the island? Well, Zami, are you feeling okay now? Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry you had to see me like that. But if we were this close to finding out who did all this, then there's no time to be moping around. I mean, I would assume it's the person who gave it to you, which is Kikuko. First things first. If either of you still have that mirror, get rid of it now. Oh, good point. So Sato, you figured it out, haven't you? The one behind the curse. But then how are we gonna look behind us to see the curse? Because I think it's the rune. I think maybe if you scratch out the rune on the mirror, you'll be fine. Or find one that doesn't have the rune on it, because there's a little runic etching on it. Like it's a special marked one. If you find an unmarked one, you might be fine. The assassin who used to curse so many. I know who it is. Yeah, it's got to be the person who gave out the hand mirrors, so... Kikuko. Who was the assassin who caused the tragedy on Kamishima? Kikuko Tsui. It has to be Kikuko, right? You're saying she never actually died? Wait, you're saying Kikuko was killed too? Yeah, we saw her lying in a pool of blood by the jetty. You did? I was just there earlier. And fucking nothing was there. I remember seeing a large blood stain, but no body. Really? I guess someone must have moved her. Or she was fake. In all this chaos, who's got time to move a body with everyone panicking like this? Where would they even move her? There were so many dead, we barely have the time or space to lay folks down and cover them up. That's true. Then maybe she never actually died. Managed to get up and walk off on her own. But if Kikiko's the assassin, why would she let herself get hit by the curse's attack? To make it look like she's innocent, boy. Huh. Wait, if she managed to get up from the death... I mean, I doubt it, but maybe she's immortal like you, Sato? Yeah. She's either immortal or just faked it. What? No way. Huh? What's that? You said that so casually, but I could have sworn you just said Sato was immortal? Well, it's kind of a long story, but yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. Huh, so what happened earlier? That explains what everyone was talking about. Still, I don't think there are others like me out there. You think so? Is it really that rare? I don't really have any frame of reference. I have another theory that's more likely. Izami, did you get a good look at Kikuko's wounds? I mean, not really. It was pretty dark out and we were kind of panicking. Wait, are you saying maybe she wasn't actually hurt at all? Most likely explanation is she got up after faking her death. Maybe she faked being a victim using fake blood or something to avoid suspicion. I mean, she's on a jetty. There's got to be some sort of dead fish she could have, like, fucking gutted and, like, poured over herself to make it look, oh, guts, you know? It's a fishing island and she was on a jetty. Stands to reason. Huh, so she wanted others to see her and then just slipped away in the confusion. Oh? Guess the cat's out of the bag. Huh? Kikuko, you really are still alive. Yep, hate to break it to you, but I ain't immortal or anything fancy like that. Just fake blood is all. I was hiding up at the lighthouse when I heard you all talking, so I figured I may as well come out. Too bad you figured it all out. There really is no turning back for me now. Sato, I was told to bring you in, even if it means killing every last person on the island. It's the shadow. Doesn't matter, we already tossed those damn mirrors. The curse can't touch us now. Just so you know, I've got your friend Tsukasa Awao marked even now. You're the one person I cannot forgive. Huh? I am? How? The cursed target wasn't just tied to the hand mirrors? She's just bluffing. Sato, get behind me. I'm not letting her take you. It's pointless. Disobey me and Tsukasa will be the first to die. No, I surrender. I'll go with you quietly. What? Sato, what are you saying? Now is not the time to be joking. I know. I've made up my mind. I can't let anyone else get killed because of me. There's no resisting this curse. It's too strong. Sato, no! Good. Smart choice. Otherwise, everyone on this island would have perished. Kikuko, why are you doing this? You grew up here too. Doesn't this place mean anything? Does this place mean nothing to you? I guess I have some feelings for this place. But if I didn't sever those ties, my world would never change. What the hell are you talking about? Here's the only one who ever sparked a change in my miserable excuse for a life. Now he'll finally acknowledge me. I'll become who I'm meant to be. Oh, does she fucking love the Shotaro as well? That's your reason for all this? This island never cared about people. Always just blamed everything on curses. Surely you'll all understand wanting to destroy the shithole. I just took up the reins. Someone needed to break the cycle. Now I can finally start living my own life, free from all that bullshit. Anyway, I need to get moving. There's a boat waiting out back. If you follow us, I'll kill Tsukasa. Do yourselves a favor and stay right there, okay? Thank you, both of you. Please don't try to follow. It's too dangerous. God damn it! No! Sato! Unfortunately, I can't have the people that know my identity walk away. Especially not you, Tsukasa. Fuck this bitch. Oh shit. The following day, the bodies of Azami Kumoi and Tsukasa Awa were found beneath the lighthouse, collapsed together in a lifeless heap. Azami, who had been helping search for the curse's mark, tried to take Tsukasa's place, but ended up caught in the curse instead. But the tragedy that stuck Kamishima didn't end there. Right after the assassin left Kamishima with Sato Shiranami, a new calamity followed. A violent storm, born of the curse of the raging waves, erupted in the seas around the island. As expected, the curse could not be sealed away by the bronze mirror alone. Ferocious winds and towering waves pounded the island for 3 days and nights, leaving devastation in their wake. Most islanders who had tried to flee the tragedy by boat that night were lost to the storm and remain missing to this day. Among them was the assassin behind the incident. So fucking Kikuko gets got as well. And Saito Shiranami, who went along with her. She was never to be seen again. Ending 1, The Tragedy of Kamishima. Woo! We got our first ending, guys! I don't know how many there are in total. Let me see. Let me see if I can Google that just quickly. How many endings in Paranormasight? Mermaids. Curse. No spoilers. 6 endings. Six distinct conclusions. So there's 6 endings. We've got 1 out of 6. Okay, I'm gonna write that. Ends 1 out of 6. I'm gonna add that to the title. Ending 1 out of 6. You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. And so the affair surrounding Kamishima has reached one of its possible conclusions. Sadly, it seems neither Yuzumi Nikuchi nor Sato Shiranami were able to achieve their goals. To avoid arriving at this particular outcome, please continue progressing through the story chart. After all, you came here for that very purpose, did you not? Oh my! Are you perhaps still unsure of who you are? No need to worry. I'm confident you'll remember in time. You're just missing a few key pieces. As you travel along the story chart and shape what happens, perhaps you'll remember your part in this. Be sure to think on it as you move forward. Well then, I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Farewell for now. Ah! Bitch! Okay. So the only other place we can do is back with Arnav. Because these are apparently all done. I kind of want to... Start from beginning? I kind of want to see if I agree. If I agree to his plan right away... Oh wait, was that new? It highlighted the mirror. I just want to see. I wish there is there a skip button? I don't think there is. I think you're just gonna... I want to see what happens if I agree. I wish there was a skip button. I guess that's the negative thing. There's no skipped scene dialogue option, which is something that most visual novels have. Come on. Ah. I'm gonna just pick the opposite of what I did. I can't. I don't even know about the curse, let alone how to get rid of it. I'd love to take you up on the offer, but I just don't know how. Hmm. I wish I could pick. I wonder what happens if we agree with the phone guy. And that's what I'm trying to like. That's what I'm trying to get to. Like, I just wish I could skip faster. Like if I held down A, it would just fast forward through dialogue. I don't care about it. Also, I think now that we've gotten our first ending, it's also when things are gonna start actually getting... This is probably when things are gonna start getting, like, fudgy. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Yeah, that was it. Okay. I'm gonna make a save when we get the phone call. I'll make a save. At least I should make a save at a point. I think this guy is sus. But then again, how can this guy be Wakamura's son if he's like an ancient mermaid person? Like, unless he's specific, like, unless Wakamura, like, unless it mentions somewhere that he's specifically adopted, but I don't think it does. I'm gonna say the same thing. I probably should have made his face every time. I probably should have made a save there. Oops. Oops, I didn't even go to the right one. Start from the Wakamura residence, because that's when we got the call. I'm gonna make a save. Because I will come back to, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick up the phone call and agree with him. But then I also want to be able to come back and see what happens if you don't pick it up. I'm assuming the hang-up options are probably all going to be the same, but we'll see if the answers are different. I understand. What? Sato? I don't know who you are. Oh. But I understand that you're rude, selfish, and absolutely not worth listening to. Do us both a favor and never contact me again. Okay. Load. This will revert any current... Well, it's not going to, it doesn't give me a different, like, option. If you won't even give me a name, I'm done talking. Goodbye. So this is a prank call. I'm hanging up now. Okay. Don't pick up. Ugh, no, not yet. There we go. Phew, that was close. I almost answered without thinking. Sato, why are you rolling around on the floor like you're fighting ghosts? I just wasn't ready to answer yet. I guess I should? I'm not really sure. Well, don't look at me. What do you normally do? Normally I pick up. It's the least I can do while staying here. Well, there you go. Just pick it up then. I guess so. Makes sense. The phone's still ringing. Oh, come on, game. Okay. Okay, we have to pick up. Okay. I'm guessing the game's not gonna let me go down a different path until it lets me. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we have to go through. Oh, we can look at the lore now. Oh, it is her. The darling of the Bamboo Breakers dance team. As fickle as she is flirtatious, her tendency not to toy with other birds other than her current beau causes relationships within the team to become more tangled by the day. Her heart is easily stolen by birds with unexpected sides, and the most recent objects of her affection include a bad boy with a cute face and a girl who dominates the dance floor with her tempestuous moves. Ayo, bisexual queen. Okay. We've got to go to, oh. We're missing something in here. Oh, right, yeah, that's when Yumiko talked with Sato and... Alrighty. Let's get on with Arnav. Discovering the Mermaids of Ise-Shima, Arnav Barnum, a cheerful fantasy author, sets off on a trip to visit the mermaid legends of Ise-Shima with his relative, Circe Lunarlight, as his guide. Okay, so they're related. Start. Date unknown, August 1980 something. Nawage Town. After much hustle and bustle, we've finally managed to make our way to Ise-Shima. Nice! Take it all in now. We're standing on the coast of Nakabeppo in Mie Prefecture's Kawaki Town. Which means this is the Sea of Ise, the connection to the eternal world. How amazing. Indeed it is. Come on, Circe, henceforth begins our grand adventure to the search of the legendary mermaids of Ise-Shima. How amazing. I just can't stop saying it. Without further ado, my name is Arnav Burnham, an American-born fantasy author. Please, call me Avi. Who are you introducing yourself to, weirdo? Oh, well, I simply thought a new beginning called for a little dramatic flair. You know? Sure. With that all out of the way, perhaps my darling guide can provide some insight into the goings-on of this locale. Sure. I've got you covered. Surroundings. While this area is now called Nakabeppo, long ago it was the region of Ise province known as Betsuho. Records indicate that 3 mermaids were caught in a fisherman's net along the coast back in the Heian period.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's hear more about those mermaids.
They had human heads with the mouths of monkeys and teeth and the bodies of fish. They spoke and even shed tears like humans. Huh. Could those be the fish mermaids you mentioned before, Abby?
Indubitably, yes. This must be the place. I'm getting goosebumps.
Right? I feel the same way. This is so exciting. Betsuho. Oh yeah, we're quite a ways away. Okay. Betsuho is the old name for the area now known as Nakabeppo, Kawage Town. Kawage Town in the in the Age. It's Japanese, dumbass. In the Age District? What? Age. So named during the events of the story, it has since been merged with Sioux City in Mie Prefecture. Said to have been the territory of Taida no Kiyomori's father, Taida no Tadamori. The area has a deep connection to the Isaheke. It is also said to be the location where 3 mermaids were caught in a fisherman's net and presented to Taida no Tadamori during the Heian period. I think I might give her like a little bit of a British accent. I'm not good at accents, but we'll see how it goes. The endless expanse of Ise-Sea. The eternal world, may just lie beyond this horizon. After all, Ise province is the land weather repair the waves from the eternal world. Sorry, British people. You'll have to forgive me.
The eternal world is purported to be the perpetual paradise. A separate plane from the world we live in, yes? Could it be that the mermaids hail from such a place?
Cannot apply anything else. This young lady is a distant relative of mine, the 3rd daughter of the Lunarlight family. The Lunarlights have been in business with... she is from England. Been in the business of demonic exorcism in England for several generations now. As such, young Cersei has received... I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that name, Cersei. Has received an education on this rare subject from a young age and is now an apprentice exorcist. In order to continue her training, or more likely because of her interest in the area, Cersei has come to Japan to study abroad. Upon hearing such news, I sought to employ her as my guide for this mermaid hunting expedition to Ise Bay. She is apparently quite fond of Japanese myths and folktales, and has already explored a number of areas concerned with the occult. Interested in visiting Mie Prefecture at least once during her stay, she immediately agreed to my request. A young exorcist, 3rd daughter of Ciara Lunarlight, the current head of the matrilineal Lunarlight family. That's not a name I've seen before. That's not a word I've seen before. I'm gonna Google it real quick. Always Google words you don't know, and so your horizons broaden. Matrilineal. I'm assuming it's something like matriarchal. Yeah. Of or based on kinship with the mother or female line. Pronouncing it's hard though. Matrilineal. So basically it's mother to daughter passed down. Along with her 2 older sisters, she has received a specialized education in exorcism ever since she was a child, and is currently training as an apprentice. As the beings known as demons in the West ultimately share the same root cause as harmful supernatural phenomena in the East, the spirits of the dead, strong thoughts, and curses, what she does as an exorcist is fundamentally the same as what Japanese psychics do, only with the methods and terminology differing. Primary spiritual abilities. Guardian spirits. The ability to call upon numerous guardian spirits of the Lunar Light family and invoke their powers to exorcise spirits and negate certain psychic abilities. Shikigami. The ability to turn a piece of paper with an individual's name on it, written on it, into a butterfly, which will return to the individual in question. Although she does not have to be the one who wrote the name, it must be Cersei who cast the spell on paper. So I guess that's like to maybe give a note, like she'd write a note, then write their name on it, then the butterfly would fly to the person to deliver a letter. Dowsing. The ability to use a pendulum to search for a target based on what the user can sense of their own spiritual power. The effective distance of the spell depends on the strength of the target's spiritual power. Although she is supposed to be in the care of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, a confidential Japanese institute, during her time in Japan, Cersei has been spending more time traveling around the country, sightseeing, than working through her training curriculum. The supervisor in charge of her training has all but given up on trying to manage her as a result, resolving to keep an eye on her but otherwise not interfere. As such, she's afforded a relatively high level of freedom. Oh, Mio Kurosuzu. That's a girl from the first game, isn't it? Mio. Oh. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's one of the original girls in the first game. She's got spirit sense as well. I remember her helping a lot in the first game. A girl with potent spirit sense and a senior in the industry in Japan, she harbors both a strong admiration and strong feelings of rivalry towards her in equal measure. And it's not uncommon for her just to end up babbling mess when the topic turns to the other girl. She treasures the photograph she had taken with Mio upon first meeting her in Tokyo and keeps it with her on all times. Aww! That's cute! As far as the girl concerned, I suppose she could be considered a guardian of sorts. Even so, I often find myself caught up in her pace and completely thrown off guard. Anyone should be shaking things up around here, it ought to be me. Kawaga Town. Oh god. I had a good voice for it just before, and now I've got it already. Kawaga Town must be located right next to Mia Prefecture's modern capital. Sioux City. But there is something you have to keep in mind. This was also the birthplace of Heike, a branch of the Heian period's preeminent Taira clan. I'm changing her voice every 5 seconds, I'm sorry. How did I sound like her before? If you're going to talk about Ise province, then you absolutely have to mention the Heike. I do have a passing understanding of the topic. The Heike took part in the Genpei War, correct? That's right. That was the war in the Heian period, where two great samurai families, the Minamoto and the Taira, locked horns and really got into it. I'm gonna go through my own stream again and try and, like, hear myself. I liked the first voice I did for her. Come on, me, hurry up. Watching my own stream to remember how I'm sorry. Okay. Among the heike. Among the heike. Not quite right. Among the heike, Taira no Kiyomori was a particularly famous figure who appears in many creative works concerning the event. I think that's how I got it. I think that's what it was. Creative works concerning the event. His father, Taira no Taramori, was the one responsible for securing the heike's high social standing. So Tadamori was Kiyomori's father, right? With names like that, how can anyone hope to keep them straight? That's the history for you. I'm afraid you'll just have to memorize them. I suppose you're right about that. Then memorize them I shall. Apparently, Tadamori was born in Sioux City, a place called Ubishina. So that's why they call this area the birthplace of the heike. Sioux City. Located in the center of the... Sweet. This is the metropolitan center of the Mie. And a locus of historical events. I guess that makes it perfect. Makes it the perfect place to start a new journey. It's very Oliver Twist. Or, well, not very Oliver Twist, more like someone trying to quote Oliver Twist. Sir, may I have some more? Can we get back to those mermaids you mentioned? What became of the three that were caught in the fishing nets? At the same time, the lord of this area was Taira no Taramori. You didn't already forget him, did you? Well, the fisherman thought the mermaids were a fascinating find, so he placed 2 of them in boxes and presented them to Taramori. Oh ho! Lord Taramori must have been well pleased by that. How could he not be? It was known that eating the flesh of a mermaid grants eternal life. Actually, Taramori evidently said they were disturbing and gross. He refused to accept them. Ah, what a waste! However, the fisherman cut up the remaining mermaid and ate it himself. So, what happened to him? Well, the fisherman said it was pretty tasty. Well, now, how tasty was it? Then that's all I've got. That's it? That's all I could find in existing records. God, I keep losing it. I'm gonna have to clip that and just listen to it. Then the act of eating a mermaid's flesh alone may not produce any results. I suppose then there may be other requisite conditions, wouldn't you say? Well, considering the sheer number of eyewitnesses, reports concerning the mermaids, it is odd that there aren't any more immortals walking around. There don't seem to be many records
about what happened to the mermaids that Tadamori refused to accept. I suppose it's possible that someone of the Heike clan snuck off with them.
Now that's a hypothesis I could get behind.
I've put together an assortment of files concerning the Heike, so please feel free to give them a look if you're interested.
You have my heartfelt gratitude.
Taira no Tadamori. Taira no Tadamori, the father of Taira no Kiyomori, an influential figure of the Heian period, was the man responsible for solidifying the social standing of the Ise Taira clan. Entering imperial court meant being granted access to the Tenjo no Ma, a chamber where those who directly served the emperor performed their official duties. In an era where warrior class was still considered of low status, a samurai rising to the level of court official was unprecedented. The Ise Taira clan went on to extend its influence across various provinces, with the vast wealth it gained through trade, and with the Song dynasty of China solidifying its foundation. The significant influence was later inherited by his son Kiyomori. Tadamori was said to have been a man of strong will and perseverance, yet despite the power he amassed in his lifetime, he was also said to be modest and disinclined to indulge in luxuries. Nukemaru. So this is the guy. This is what the samurai curse is. The samurai curse is this guy and his sword. Tadamori's sword, an heirloom passed down through the Taira clan, originally named Kogarashi. It is said to have become known as Nukemaru when a giant snake emerged from a lake and made to swallow Tadamori whole as he lay resting. At that moment, Kogarashi, which Tadamori had left leaning nearby, slipped from its scabbard of its own accord and drove the snakes away. The name Nukemaru derives from the verb nuku, meaning to unsheath, and reflects the sword's extraordinary act of slipping from its scabbard on its own to save its owner. Nukemaru was later inherited by Tadamori's son, Yorimori, but after the downfall of the Taira clan, it is said to have changed hands several times, and its whereabouts is currently unknown. The Mermaids of Betsuho. Later on, I'm gonna Google Token Rambo, and see if there is Nukemaru or Kogarashi anywhere. The Mermaids of Betsuho. One time when Tadamori was visiting Betsuho in Ise province, 3 creatures with heads of humans, the lips of monkeys, and the teeth and bodies of fish were caught in the local fishermen's nets. Dubbing these creatures Ningyo, the original Japanese word for mermaids, the fishermen put 2 of them in a box that had washed up with them and presented them to Tadamori. However, Tadamori was unnerved by their appearance and refused to accept them.
Oh, and there's one more thing I should warn you about, though.
Oh?
This group sometimes gets referred to as the Ise Taira as well, which might make things a little confusing. I'll go ahead and label it all as Heike.
Does it really matter? Aren't they basically the same thing?
Not exactly. You see, the term Ise Taira refers to the Taira clan. The Taira clan as a whole, because it originated in Ise. On the other hand, people generally refer to the family within the clan that included Tadamori and Kiyomori as simply the Heike. Their family features were prominently heard in the stories we're interested in. Oh. I pressed the wrong button. Their family features prominently in the stories we're interested in, so I'll use Heike the most of the time, plus it has a nice ring to it.
Either way works for me, so do as you like.
The tale of the Heike. Also used Heike.
You're awfully particular about this, but I rather like the kind of fastidiousness.
Check.
Anyway, after a number of events, the Heike would go on to lose the Battle of Dan no Ura and be completely eradicated.
I believe I know this one. Dan no Ura is found in the Kyushu, is it not?
Bingo. The clan was chased out of Kyoto and pushed further and further west until they were eventually wiped out there.
It pains me to think of such a resplendently glorious clan meeting such an ignominious end. There's the pity.
That is why the Heke's resentment is particularly strong, and many remnants of it remain even today. Shrines and monuments have even been erected throughout the land in an attempt to quell that resentment.
And now we reach your particular field of expertise.
Because the clan fell from such an exalted position so abruptly, the resentment was exponentially persistent and quite pervasive. That said, the famous places related to the people of the Taira no Kiyomori were well attended by worshippers, so they're relatively stable. It's the puffed up and pretentious Heike clan members that no one even remembers who caused the most trouble.
It's not even British anymore. I seem to recall a number of individuals going so far as to claim that those outside the Heike clan could not even be considered human. But if that's the case, are we really safe here? You don't think we might find ourselves assailed by the lingering grudges?
Much of Ise province is protected by shrines. The area is fused with spiritual energy. So we're probably safer here than most places. But that is just the land itself. Objects or other people that resentment has seeped into are a different story altogether.
That's somewhat troubling to hear.
Well, either way, when you look at it, the region is still home to many places and things associated with the Heke.
Excellent. I believe I've gotten a grasp of the situation at hand. It's time we made our way to the next locale. We're on the clock after all.
Let's get to it.
Anno Town. So yeah, we're like on here, on like the island over here. Oh, you can't see it. I'm in the way. So we're over here. That's where the island is, I think. Date unknown, August 1980 something. Anno Town, Kusawa. Also, I love how you can tell that these are just photos of real places. Like, the backgrounds are just photos of places that actually exist, and they have hella filters on them. They just ran them through, like, a bunch of filters. It's nice, though. I like the aesthetic. Well, it would seem that we've arrived. Where are we now, Cersei?
This is an area in Anno Town known as Kusawa. Kusawa is quite famous because of the Yao Bakuni legend. I'd be surprised if there was anyone here who hadn't heard of it.
I'm sorry to say I've never heard of it.
What? Really?
Come now, don't act so shocked. You can't expect me to know every little thing, and besides, I'm not even from this country. The very reason I requested you to be my guide was so that you could teach me about things like this.
I guess that is true. Okay, I understand.
I'll be counting on your explanations.
Ah, the fabled beauty of the serene Japanese countryside. It really is charming.
Oh yes, the incessant chirping of locusts combined with unrelenting heat. This is the Japanese summer, all right.
It's fascinating to think that such a peaceful place could be home to such profound historical events. I'm practically jittering with excitement.
I can see that. Let's try to keep a cool head, shall we?
Also, they're cicadas, not locusts. Thank you. I believe there are different things.
The legend of Yao Bikuni originated here in Kusawa, Anno Town. Long, long ago, a 17-year-old girl named Osato lived here in this village. She unknowingly ingested the meat of a mermaid and was served during a village gathering, and became immortal. After subsequently being persecuted by the other villagers, she became a nun and made a pilgrimage around the entire country. At the end of the story, she eventually returned to this village and lived out the rest of her very long life.
The tales told in other parts of the country play out in them almost exactly the same fashion.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
Yao Bikuni, the tale of Yao Bikuni. A bhikkhuni, fully ordained Buddhist nun who acquired the preternatural longevity after eating the flesh of a mermaid, can be found in almost every region in Japan. Though the exact details vary greatly between regions, they all share the same fundamental element. A girl who ate mermaid flesh lived 800 years. The Yao Bikuni legend passed down in Mermaid Prefecture as it follows. Yeah. So there's no way Sato herself is Yao Bikuni, but she is like Yao Bikuni. I think. I think I'm killing my brain cells trying to think.
The legend of Yao Bikuni, the girl who ate the flesh of a mermaid and lived for 800 years, has been passed down all over Japan. Pan. Not only here in Mie Prefecture's Anno Town, but in Fukui, Aichi, and Gifu Prefectures as well. In total, the story has been found in 121 locations in 28 prefectures throughout the country. Or at least that's what certain research has indicated.
Doesn't that seem like a lot? Were there really that many different Yao Bikunis out there?
Obviously, not all the legends can be true. But I actually have a theory on the subject. Would you like to hear it?
By all means.
Most of the legends refer to a woman who stopped aging and lived for 800 years after consuming the meat of a mermaid. At that point, because the others would find it strange that she wasn't getting any older, she wasn't able to live in normal society anymore.
I suppose that would be natural. It would explain why she withdrew from the world and became a nun.
Exactly. And that's how she got her name, Yao Bikuni, the 800-year-old Bikuni nun. Bikuni nun. With 800 years on her hands, she could have easily made a pilgrimage around the entire country.
How interesting. Buddhist priests are known for trekking throughout the land as a form of ascetic training.
And if we consider the 121 locations where she was found, with 800 years to spare, she could have spent 6 years in each location. 6 years would have certainly been enough time for her to make a name for herself and reach every location, right?
Oh, my dear. I believe I see what you're getting at. Your theory posits that the stories of Yao Bikuni that have passed down to every corner of the country all refer to the exact same individual.
Well, it might be a bit much to say all of them are the same. There might be a few different people. But it's more concerning than the theory that there were 121 people. Also, I think the Yao Bikuni of Wakasa province is most likely the origin of the legend.
I wonder. Don't all of the different instances of the story throughout Japan also claim that a particular location was her final place of rest?
That may be true, but I assume that each of those different places wanted to have a grave or some other tangible marker to base the legend on. But would so many people that are purported to have lived over 800 years all die at around the same time? It seems pretty unlikely.
Then you believe some of the tales were embellished somewhat?
That sort of thing happens all the time. Legends are always mixtures of truth and fantasy. Moreover, it doesn't make sense that every single immortal would decide to become a nun. There were more likely some places that believed Yaobakuni was the term for an immortal.
Rather than a nun, for all we know, she said, I'ma be none of that and become an armor diver. But just what is this man?
That's actually pretty insightful. Many legends are based on simple semantic misunderstandings.
Now, just wait a minute. I won't stand here and let my dumb joke actually become a salient point of discussion.
Let's drop it then.
But still, if one were to somehow live for 800 years, a person that became immortal after the Kamakura period would still be alive today.
True. And if so, I'd love to sit them down for a long chat.
We've come all this way to a distant foreign land seeking mermaids. Of course, I have my own reasons for trying to locate the mythical creatures, but for now I intend to scour this land in order to learn as much as I can about the lore and legends. But it occurs to me I've never actually explained my particulars for Ise-Bay mermaids. The particulars of my Ise-Bay mermaid excursion to the girl. No matter, it's nothing of consequence, really. I just have to introduce my reasons a bit at a time. Nickname Avi. Although a grown man, he still has a certain naive boyishness to him. Most evident is his passion for romantic tales and appetite for chasing his dreams. However, this also comes with a equivalent amount of immaturity, making him somewhat troublesome to deal with. He believes that most any circumstances he finds himself in will sort itself out, an optimistic creed that often sees him casually throwing himself into difficult situations, and he remains impressively unbothered even on those occasions. He does find himself in trouble, often managing to slip out of danger nary a dent on his usual carefree attitude. That he's made it this far unscathed is largely owed to sheer luck, although he remains blissfully unaware of this. He's currently in Japan seeking mermaid flesh, which is believed to grant immortality. His reason is simple, a fascination with the occult, a pursuit he feels is worthy of devoting his entire life to. Indeed, he's primarily driven by his pursuit of romantic ideals. If he finds something suitably inspiring, he'll readily risk his life for it, and is willing to change his views just as quickly for the same. Avi's interest in the occult was born when he discovered his great-grandmother's vast collection of mysterious occult artifacts in the storage of his family home in America. Among them was a mermaid mummy, which yielded a mysterious map when taken apart, a discovery which captivated his imagination and led to his current quest. His great-grandmother happened to be a relative of the main Lurnarlight family in England, albeit one who had chosen not to succeed the family estate. After discovering this through independent research into his lineage, Avi made contact with the Lurnarlight family and continues to maintain a secret correspondence with them to this day. Can Kusawa's legend of Yaobakuni really be true? There must be falsehoods and fictions mixed into the tale, surely.
Who knows? Ise province isn't far from Wakasa province, after all. They may have simply walked here from there. The fact that stories from the different areas are so similar does make me wonder if they didn't get mixed together somehow.
You think the legend may be an amalgamation of stories from various locations?
Exactly. But then again...
The
immortal of the story of this location has her own name, which gives the legend some verisimilitude.
Indeed it does.
I guess we could assume that a girl with that name really did live here long ago. Then something must have happened to make the people believe she had become immortal. It's reasonable to assume her story then got mixed with various legends of Yaobakuni from around the country before being passed down.
Of course. The exact timing of these events is still unclear. But that does present an interesting possibility. She could always very well be living in this village. Wouldn't that be a compelling development?
Leave it to the occult writer to think of something like that.
That's right. You are seeing the prestigious imaginative power of a fantasy author in action.
Yes, it really is something. But the fact of the matter that almost no traces of Yabakuni remain in this village. Even her grave, which is referred to as Lady Yao's tomb, has never been located.
But then, how did we come all this way for nothing?
Well, it might not have a direct connection, but there is something that we should always consider when discussing Ise. The Tales of Ise. Have you heard of it? It is the oldest extant collection of Japanese verse compiled sometime during the Heian period.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with it. But I have heard the tales of Genji and the tale of Heke. Is it anything like those?
Well,
Those were also stories.
written during the Heian period, but that's where the similarities end. Nice try, though.
Humph. Well, they sound similar enough anyway.
Don't worry. I'm not an expert on the subject either. Basically, this collection of verse elaborates on a number of waka poems by giving accounts of the events surrounded each one. The entire collection has 125 passages referred to as the Tales of Ise, and is easy enough to remember, no?
The Tales of Ise is a collection of short stories. Check.
Ah, one more thing. The title might be The Tales of Ise, but the content isn't all focused on the actual area.
What's this now? They're intentionally attempting to confuse and bewilder us.
Some believe that the title comes from the fact that passage 69 is set in the Ise province. At any rate, I just thought I should bring it up, because it does have at least a slight bearing on the topic at hand. If you're keen to learn more, I'll add more detailed information to the files.
Why, thank you. I'll be sure to read through them later. Tales of Ise. Tales of a Verso Uta Monogatari. Thought to be the oldest surviving work in Japan. Episode 1, Uikoburi. Having come of age, a man, quotes, sits on a ceremonial falconing excursion, then he catches sight of two beautiful sisters and Okay. Akutagawa. A man. They keep saying a man in quotes. Having finally succeeded stealing away a beautiful noble woman and flees with her to a warehouse. Okay. Azumakudari, feeling despondent about his future, a man in quotation marks again, embarks on a journey west with a group of friends. Catches the sight of some beautiful flowers and reflect on how far his journey has brought him and recites a poem. Okay. Tsutsui Zutsu. Close friends from childhood, a man and woman exchange poems and a wed. The man prepares to travel far away from Kawachi province to visit his other lover, the woman that plays no hints pleasure, which he sees him off on his journey. Suspicions of her actions, the man hides their guard and watches what. Okay. Episode 23. Episode 69. Nice. Kari no Tsukai. Having been sent to the Ise province to hunt game, a man, in quotes for some reason, is received with great hospitality by the imperial princess serving as priestess at Ise Shrine. Attracted to each other, the two attempt to meet in secret but can find no opportunity to speak intimately. Although they promise one another to meet the following day, it is not meant to be. The two exchange poems of farewell before the man is set out to continue his journey. Oh, 95 Hikoboshi! Hikoboshi no Orihime! This is the Tanabata Festival's origins. Having fallen in love with the woman who serves the imperial court, a man, in quotation marks for some reason, finally manages to meet her after patiently waiting for the right moment. However, the two are still separated by a screen. The man recites a poem to her, proclaiming that his love for her is greater than Hikoboshi's love. Oh, it's just explain. Okay, it's a retell. It's what's the word? Referencing. There we go. It's referencing. He compares the screen, saying that his love for her is greater than Hikoboshi's love for Orihime. He compares the screen separating them to the Milky Way that separated the two legendary lovers. Moved by his word, the Roman moves the screen, allowing them to meet face to face. Undertown.
Tales of Ise.
There is one thing we can learn from the Tales of Ise. Adding the tale of to a book title really classes things up. You should keep it in mind. It was apparently all the rage during the TN period.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. My next work is certainly going to be the tale of...
Tales of Berseria.
Well then, I suppose that brings this particular subject to a close. On to the next. No rest for the wicked, I say. Time to tackle the next mermaid myth.
Sure. Sure. Sure?
Oh. I give up. Trying to keep this fucking accent consistent is hard. I'm not good at it. I'm sorry. But that is why I keep doing it, so I practice and get better. Date unknown, afternoon. Futamigaura coast. This is when we interact with Shiki, right? And here we find our next subject of inquiry. What place might this be, my dear?
This is Futamigaura. The coastline that lies beside Futami Town. It's just over from Ise City.
Ah, then we finally have penetrated the outskirts of Ise City proper. The things are certainly beginning to heat up. I need to listen to it one more time. I inferred that Ise City was the prefectural capital from the fact that Mia Prefecture was once known as Ise Province. Not bad, eh?
Well, I can understand how you would arrive at that conclusion. But the truth is, Mia Prefecture is composed of 4 separate provinces: Ise-Shima, Iga, and Ki.
Ah, is that so?
But that doesn't change the fact that Ise City is regarded as the spiritual capital of Japan, making it a very important location.
Very interesting. But the sun has already begun its steady descent, so perhaps we should pick up the pace a bit? This is where the mermaid was found. I'm guessing it's gone now.
The Tamigaura's sea is famously said to purify the body, so many visitors to Ise Shrine come here as well. The scenic beauty of the location has even been featured in poems from antiquity.
It certainly is easy on the eyes. Strands of pine trees along the shore make for quite the striking image.
To make it even better, the embankment we're standing on offers a 360-degree view of Ise Bay.
Makes you want to get out on the very edge to take it all in.
It really does. Being surrounded by the bay like this is such an enchanting feeling. What a breathtaking view.
Is the bird still here? No. Ah, same thing. So, does this place have any legends featuring mermaids?
It does. A record called the Kagenki was written by people at Horyuji Temple after the Kamakura period. In that record, there's a total of 6 instances of information concerning mermaids.
6, eh? That's certainly promising.
One of those entries describes a sighting here in Futami, Ise Province, on April 3rd, during the 2nd year of the Enbun era, which would be 1357.
So they even noted the exact date. How fortuitous.
The passage is as follows. From the Sea of Futami in Ise Province came Enmeiju, delivered in perpetuity.
What does that exactly mean?
My guess is that a mermaid was spotted in the sea by Futami and was named Enmeiju, meaning health and long life because it granted longevity.
Aha, it granted longevity, did it? Finally, we're getting to the good stuff.
Yes. It's another account relating mermaids to Yalbakuni. It seems the idea of mermaids granting immortality has already been established at that time.
Indeed. And now we have a name. So what sort of mermaid was this, and what became of it?
No clue.
Again with the vague records. These people write down the appearance of some fantastical creature and then just let it wander off.
I haven't personally gone over every bit of research on the matter, but I can speculate on an answer. Records of mermaids in other places also often refer to them by name. In fact, it may not have been all that uncommon for the people of the area to encounter them when their records were written.
Let me see if I follow your meaning. The same mermaid would appear repeatedly, leading people in the area to grow accustomed to it. Am I on the right track?
Exactly. I mean, you wouldn't bother giving a name to something you already saw once, after all. These people may have even come to have a kind of rapport with the mermaids. At the very least, it doesn't appear as though they were trying to capture any.
Mermaids that people didn't want to capture? Then they weren't seeking its flesh? Perhaps there was a way of obtaining immortality even without the meat?
Maybe the mermaid meat was just tasty and nothing more. And if that were the case, then it makes perfect sense why they would view the mermaid as a divine creature.
So they treated it as an auspicious being that blessed others with long life. You may be onto something there.
This makes me think of that theory you mentioned about how there might be two different kinds of mermaids.
Oh, you remembered. I stand by my theory. There is the fish mermaid, which looks more like an aquatic monster or beastie. Then there are the human mermaids, which resemble a demi-human or nymph.
Indeed. That is the simplest way to describe it, anyhow. Assuming the mermaid in question had a name, formed relationships with humans, and granted longevity, it stands to reason it was one of the human mermaid variety.
You have a point. The mermaids we've encountered thus far have all been caught in nets and appear to be more like fish mermaids.
It seems more likely, then, that the mermaids who grant longevity are actually those human mermaids.
Interesting. That in turn would suggest... My word. Would this mean that one could become immortal without eating their flesh?
I'm not sure. There are countless legends that reference the need to consume their flesh. But I can't help but feel like there's more to it. If human mermaids were capable of communicating with us, I'd really like to speak to one.
Agreed. Speaking of which, this is entirely unrelated, but there is something I've been wondering. Do you mind?
What? But our conversation was just getting good.
Protest all you like. I shall ask anyway. On our way here, I noticed a certain something adorning the entrances to everyone's houses. What was that?
Oh, right. Those are the Somin Shorai talismans.
Somin Shorai?
Yes. Yes. Although in most of Japan, they're usually only hung up around a new year, but here in the Ise-Shima region, they're traditionally left up all year long.
Interesting.
I could add more detailed information to the files for you later.
Type of talisman inscribed with the characters Somin Shorai Shison, meaning descendant of the shaman Shorai. These talismans come in a variety of forms, ranging from smaller objects such as paper slips, wooden tags, or hexagonal wooden charms, to larger objects such as hoops made out of entwined miscanthus reeds or shimenawa, sacred ropes used for ritual purification. These talismans are generally placed in the doorways of households as a prayer for sound health and to ward off illness. Many households in the Ise-Shima place In Ise-Shima, place shaman's short-eye talismans at the entrance to their homes, usually in the form of paper slips or shimenawa. Although most families in Japan only put shimenawa up during the New Year, in Ise-Shima they are kept up all year round, being replaced once a year on New Year's Eve. Yes, if I remember correctly, so when I went to Japan, my host stay family was in Fukuoka / Saga, and I remember going with them to this bonfire festival thing, and basically they took down all of their pretty much what this is, their talismans, and they take them all down to replace them, but then they replace them and then take the old ones and then they burn them in a bonfire, and that's supposed to release all the like negative energy that it's soaked up throughout the year to protect you with. So like it protects you and it sucks up all the negative energy so it doesn't affect you, and then at the end of the year they're burned to release it and excise it. The word shaman short-eye originate from the name of a central figure in the legend of the same name. Although many versions of the tale exist throughout Japan, the tale is generally told in Ise-Shima as follows. On New Year's Eve, the deity Gozu Tenno set out to court the princesses of Ryugu. However, when night fell, he found that none of the nearby inns had a spare room to offer him, and so he turned to two brothers who lived by the sea for hospitality. The wealthy younger brother, Kotan Shodai, turned him away despite having the means to accommodate him. The elder brother, Shomin Shodai, welcomed Gozu Tenno to his home, even though he lived in poverty. Pleased by the simple yet heartfelt reception he had received, Gozu Tenno rewarded this hospitality by sparing only Shomin Shodai from a plague that ravaged the area next year. You all suck, so fuck you, except this one guy who gave me a house to sleep in. Ever since, it is said that hanging a wreath of miscanthus reeds and a charm declaring oneself to be a descendant of Shomin Shodai from one's waist will offer protection from plagues and illness. This tradition has survived to the present day, where such charms are now used as talismans for good health and well-being. Ah! What is it? What? What is it? Now you're making me answer. Can I see them from here? I'm guessing she senses... I'm guessing she senses Shiki and Sodo, right? Talk about Shaman Shodai. Come now, Cersei. You've realized something about these Shamans Shodai, didn't you? You must share.
No, nothing like that. It just made me think about how close this area is to the Eternal World.
Is it? What does that mean?
You'd already know this from the files, but regarding the Shoman Shodai, its origin goes back to a legend about the deity Gozu Tenno, who was courting the princess of Ryugu.
Ryugu, you say?
That's right. Ryugu is close to this place. In other words, this place is very close to the Eternal World. Yes, and furthermore, Gozu Tenno was also the guardian deity of the Gion Shoja Temple. The very same Gion Shoja that gets mentioned in our good old friend, The Tale of Heike.
So it is! What was it again? From the bells of the Gion Shoja echoes out the impermanence of all things. Right? It sounds so cool that even I memorized it. Haven't got a clue what it means, though.
Yes, that's the one. As for its meaning, you can look it up yourself.
Fine, fine. What you're saying is, Ise-Shima is a land with deep ties to both Ryugu and the Heike. And that is exactly why the Solomon Shodai tradition is well established here.
Ah, that reminds me. There's something about Hyuga's princess that keeps bothering me as well.
She certainly is mysterious,
That reminds me about Futamigauda.
Oh shit, it's nighttime now. Dear me, how time flies when listening to your lectures, Cersei. The sun's already gone down.
I suppose I got carried away. Sorry.
Well, if that results in such a lovely view of the sea at night, I'll not complain.
You're right. Just look at all those stars.
Ah.
Starry sky. Ah, pretty.
I can talk to surroundings.
Oh, but we really mustn't get time looking very fast. Look how dark it's gotten.
Without the light from the stars above, we'd be lost in the pitch darkness. But look! The heavens are entirely enveloped in a shower of dazzling pinpricks of light. What a sight to behold. Would you happen to be versed in the constellations, Cersei?
Well, I've dabbled a bit in astrology, so I guess I know a thing or two.
Excellent. Do tell.
Well, if we consider the constellations you see in Japan during the summer, the first one that comes to mind is the Summer Triangle. It is an easy one to find.
Yeah, I keep lowering her voice a bit. I think I want to keep her high pitched because she's just quite young. Triangle, eh? Then I presume it's made up of 3 stars?
Correct. Vega, the constellation of Lyra, Deneb, the constellation of Cygnus, and Altair, the constellation of Aquila. The trio of bright stars can be observed close to the Milky Way in this season.
What? I want to see. How do we go about identifying them?
Well, first, low in the southwestern portion of the sky, look for the star that glows red, Antares, the Scorpio constellation.
Southwest, you say? From here, that would mean facing inland and looking to the right.
Okay. First, try to find a red star low in the sky and point to it.
Summer Triangle, Deneb, Vega, Orihime, and Altair Hikaboshi. Oh, they want me to find it. Wait, I do believe I found it! The star just there, with the reddish tint. That must be Antares, yes? Okay, sound.
Correct. That is indeed Antares, the brightest star in the Scorpio constellation.
Haha, I found it all by myself. Why, I'd make quite the celestial cartographer if I do say so myself.
I hate to rain on your parade, but you are supposed to be looking for a star in the Summer Triangle. So please try again.
Hey, gods! That's right.
Why not trying?
Why not trying? God language. I think I might need to finish soon. My brain's losing energy.
Why not try looking straight up from Antares? I bet you'll find Vega, the sky's zenith. Give it a shot.
This blue one? There it is. This must be it.
Bingo. That's Vega, one of the 3 stars in the Summer Triangle. In Japan, Vega is also called the Orihime star, and is famous for its connection to the Tanabata Star Festival.
Then that must mean Hikaboshi will be on the opposite side of the Milky Way, from that one.
Exactly right. Can you figure out which one it is? One of the other stars in the Summer Triangle is in the same area, so see if you can find it.
Hikaboshi.
Eureka, I've spotted it.
Oh, that's Altair, one of the 3 stars in the Summer Triangle. Part of the Aquila constellation, Altair is also known as, in Japan as Hikaboshi for its role in the Tanabata Star Festival.
Oh, that means I've managed to spot both Orihime and Hikaboshi. It's as if I've drawn the star-crossed lovers together with my own hand. How overjoyed they must be.
Yeah, nice work. I didn't expect you to be such a romantic. There's still another star in the Summer Triangle to find. It must be hard for you to see it because of the angle.
Right you are. It certainly is a bit tricky to see something directly above you. If my eye is discerning as I believe it to be, that's the one.
Oh, nice find. That is the Neb, one of the 3 stars in the Summer Triangle. The Neb lies within the Milky Way, which earns it the nickname Milky Way Star.
It does indeed appear to be swimming nicely among the starry stream. There, I've looked at all 3 stars of the Summer Triangle. How do you like that?
Good work. You've mastered the summer skies. Should I start addressing you as Professor?
That's me. Feel free to rely on my knowledge.
All right then. Tell me, what is another name for the star Hikaboshi?
Altair.
That's right. Well done, Professor.
Phew. I mean nothing to it. Regardless, we've all seen what there is. We've seen all there is to see here at Futami Gouda. I'd even go so far as to call this a wrap. I think that covers the mermaid legends for me at Prefecture. But is there anywhere else you're keen to visit, Cersei?
What? We haven't even visited Ise's shrine yet.
Oh, where's the line?
What? We haven't even visited Ise's shrine yet. If you ask me, we've barely scratched the surface.
Ah, you've got a point there. But it is getting late, so we'll save that tomorrow, shall we?
All right.
The next day, dum-ba-bum. I'm probably going to leave it there for today. Oh no, I need to make a save. I think I'm going to leave that there. Put in slot 2. Okay. My everything is getting tired. My jaw is getting tired. My voice is getting tired. I'm getting tired. I did a lot of stream today. I did 2 stream today. I did stream today. I did lots of stream today. But I wanted to play a lot, so I played a lot. Alrighty. I'm not gonna do much ado. I'm just gonna say stay electrifying and I'll zap you later. Bye-bye.